Hey guys, before we get started, I gotta tell you guys about the Hardwood Amino app. Now, I already told you guys about the Lakers Amino, but this Hardwood Amino has anything and everything you want as a basketball fan. And there's actually over 1 million aminos for anything you may be interested in. But the Hardwood Amino has chats, forums, quizzes, and polls all about basketball. You can chop it up with other fans, you can put your knowledge to the test, or you can simply just scroll through the feed for a good laugh. Whatever you gotta do to scratch that basketball itch, the Hardwood Amino has got your back. All you need to do is click the link in the description box below to download the app for free, and be sure to follow me on the app at Jaramon so you can take part in my latest poll: who will have the better career, Lonzo Ball or Jamal Murray? Once again, download the free Hardwood Amino app with the link in the description box below. What's going on, guys? It's Jaramon, and today we're going to be talking about something pretty exciting, at least for me, hopefully for you as well. But over the past week, a ton of photos have been dropping of a possible Curry 5. Now, the community has been a little bit weird with this one. You got some people yelling at you saying, no, those are the Curry 5s. It's not rumor, 100% double confirmed, lock it in. And then you got some people in the community saying, well, we want to hear something official from Under Amour. We want to have that safety net saying, yes, indeed, those are the Curry 5s. I myself lay somewhere in between those two parts. I think these are the Curry 5s, but I also like waiting official confirmation from the company that actually made the shoe. Now, before we start analyzing the Curry 5, what I like and what I don't like, I think it's important to talk about my overall excitement for this upcoming silhouette. The Curry 4 was one of my favorite looking on-court sneakers, not just of this past season, but of all time. I love the way these look, especially on feet. It's just when I actually start to play basketball in these that I feel like the Curry 4 is a huge disappointment. I'm not gonna really talk about that in this video because that's not what it's about. But if you wanna know more about my thoughts on the Curry 4 performance-wise, go ahead and click the link in the upper right-hand corner. The reason why I'm telling you this is because I was really excited for the Curry 4. And in some ways, actually a lot of ways, they kind of let me down despite being one of the best looking sneakers I have ever seen. So my anticipation for the Curry 5 isn't as high as it should be, and it's nowhere near as high as it was when the Curry 4s were dropping. Now, with all that being said, when I first saw photos of the Curry 5s, my overall thoughts were, they're all right. Not anything particularly good or bad, they're just kind of there. Now, I just talked about the Curry 4, how I absolutely love the way they look, but I was disappointed with them with how they performed on the court. So I'm hoping that the Curry 5s is like a reverse of the 4, where I don't really like how they look, but they perform absolutely beastly. Now, one thing that I do like about the Curry 5s visually is the natural progression. I mean, it really does look like a successor to the 4, and you could really see how the design really carried over from the 4 to the 5 without feeling bland or repetitive. If you take a look back at the 3 to the 4, those two sneakers look completely different and look like they have nothing to do with each other, whereas the 4 and 5 look similar but not the same. So while I do enjoy the overall design symmetry between the two silhouettes, that doesn't mean I really love the Curry 5s, because like I said, they just kind of look okay. I'm not really digging the sling wrap design with the two-tone overlay and underlay. It just kind of looks a little sideways to me, but I could totally understand why someone would like these. I mean, they are very unique. However, if you take a look at the top-down view, look at how these sneakers look compared to something like the Harden Volume 1. Now let's talk about something that I actually really like about the 5s, and that's the materials. As you can see in this photo, you can clearly tell that that underlay near the tongue and collar area is threadborne. And if you're not familiar with threadborne, it's basically Under Amour's version of Flyknit or PrimeKnit. So we are getting knitted materials on the 5, which is really nice. It should sit very close to your foot, and I like the areas that they implemented it in. As for the overlay, now I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 90% sure that this is Anafoam. Now, we have not seen Anafoam since the Curry 1, and that was an amazing success, so I don't really know why Under Amour kind of abandoned that technology, but it's nice to see it make a return, possibly on the Curry 5. It should provide a nice close one-to-one fit without feeling restrictive. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the traction, and I'm not going to fuss around here, guys. It looks absolutely awesome. It's a blade pattern. We know it works. and Curry's signature line has always had great traction, so I can't expect anything less from the 5. That solid rubber portion in the forefoot is an interesting design, but I do think it's gonna end up working very well. As for the cushion, nothing has been confirmed or even really speculated at this time, but I know I was really hoping for Under Amour to introduce us to hover foam on the basketball court with the Curry 5, but it just does not look like it's going to happen here because Hover Tech does have some visual hints that tell the consumer you are rocking hover foam, like that split in the midsole and that webbing on the back of the heel. Neither of those two visual hints are really on the Curry 5 at all, so I don't think it's gonna have Hover Tech, but there are rumors that hover foam will be in the Curry 6, so we're gonna have to wait and see how that plays out. As for the Curry 5's cushioning, I don't know what's in it. I'm just going to assume it's the same as the Curry 4, which disappointingly is nothing. Like I talked about earlier, the Curry 4 disappointed me on the basketball court performance-wise, and the main reason for that was the cushioning. It just was lackluster. My knees and back were killing me whenever I played in the Curry 4. So if this is the same system that's going to be used in the Curry 5, I know that's going to be a huge disappointment for me personally. But believe me guys, I'm praying every day that Under Amour made improvements. Alright guys, so now that I talked to you guys about my thoughts on the Curry 5, I thought it'd be pretty cool to see what some of you guys had to say about the Curry 5. So I posted a photo of them on Instagram, and here are some of your comments. David Cohen Co says, similar to the Curry 4 lows, might be a move by UA to appeal to the majority of consumers who like low top shoes. Aesthetically, they're pretty nice. Jay Ramirez .0 says, wonder if there will be a high top version since Curry never wears lows in the game. And finally, Batman's right hand says, it's cool and all, but I hope there is a high top. It wouldn't make sense if there wasn't, considering Curry's ankles. Now this is something that I actually wanted to address because a lot of the comments on that Instagram post were to the effect of, why is it a low top? Steph is just gonna break his ankle every time he plays in these. And look guys, that's crazy. A high top, low top, that's not what makes a sneaker good or bad for ankle support. I know you guys think you need something wrapped around your ankles and that's what's gonna support it, but a good argument could be made that a low top sneaker is actually better for ankle support than a high, but that's a totally different video completely. I just wanted to remind you guys that a sneaker with good ankle support could indeed be a low top. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to personal preference. If you feel more comfortable in a high with something wrapped around your ankle, then get a high, because at the end of the day, it's all about how you want your sneakers to feel on your feet. So the last thing I want to talk about, and I want to do this very quickly, the release date for the Curry 5. Now, nothing has been confirmed, and pretty much everything we said in this video, including what I'm about to say, is just pure speculation, not based in fact at all. But I heard that the Curry 5 is supposed to be dropping in a very limited number of pairs tomorrow, March 14th for Pi Day. I heard, if you don't know, Pi 3.14, blah, 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 blah. I heard that Under Amour is releasing 314 pairs of this black colorway. Who knows if this birthday colorway is gonna come out because his birthday was yesterday. But the Pi colorway, I heard 314 pairs might be releasing online, and that would line up with this photo that has 314 on the back of the heel's outsole. That is what I call hard detective work, but really, one of my boys just told me. So, there you guys have it. Those are my overall thoughts on the Curry 5. I want to know what you guys think about them in the comment section below. Be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to this channel for more great content just like this and the eventual performance review for the Curry 5 when they actually release, whenever that is. My name's Jaron. It's been great having you. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. If you happen to be playing on a really nasty floor, you are gonna have to wipe every once in a while. That's just the way it is for every sneaker. But even then, I was really surprised with the PG2 traction on really bad floors. I felt like I was snapping to the floor consistently.